92.9 FM ESPN. Go national on ESPN 790 AM. WMC Memphis. WMFS HD2 Bartlett Memphis. Go local on 92.9 FM ESPN. Go national on ESPN 790 AM.
The views and opinions of the hosts or guests of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the management or staff of Intercom Memphis.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me. Where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find Larry Ray. Make some time, take a family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, Barton Power Sports, and Buck Gardner Calls. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Talking outdoors the next 90 minutes on this pre-Christmas program today, because next week is Christmas. It's hard to believe it is rolled up us on this December the 20th, and you know, this being the third Saturday of the month, that means that Frank Barton has come all the way from West Memphis, Arkansas, from the Barton Power Sports to join us on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, everybody.
And Frank, we both celebrated anniversaries this week. Frank's was on Tuesday with he and his wife Lynn, 37 years.
That's 36.
36 years.
36 years.
That's close. 36 years. And then my wife Miriam and myself, we celebrated yesterday, 49 years. And poor old Greg, he's just celebrating in here with us right now. He's what did you call me, a geezer or something like that? No, you put some kind of a spin on it. I said you were a pup.
I said
ancient. You said I was ancient.
I said you were ancient.
An ancient mariner here and everything. So, but Frank had the right idea. They celebrated at the Grizzly game against the Warriors. Great game.
Good game.
Great game and everything. We're going to talk outdoors, and I know, Frank, a busy time as we close in on Christmas, and I know that Barton Power Sports over in West Memphis, and, of course, we're going to talk to Frank a little bit also about ducks. Of course, I
hope we're going to talk about ducks.
Yeah, we are going to talk about ducks because, once I have killed, there is meat in the freezer. Okay, there's two in the there's one in the freezer right now and one on the way. I took it out to our good friend Stu Burris out at Burris Deer Processing in Moscow, Tennessee, and where I get all of my deer processed, and took my second one, and I got two does, and that's good. I'm glad to have them. I got a little sore the next day after dragging it for a while, but Frank's been duck hunting, and I've been deer hunting, and I hope to do a little waterfowl hunting after the first of the year when I can take advantage of my Arkansas hunting license and go out. And I hope that I kill more than a couple of friends of mine recently. They killed between 6 of them, they killed one, I understand, up at Reelfoot in the hunt. So that's
a long way to go for a duck.
It is. You got to like it, though. But I understand
Even I say that.
They got fed well. I mean, duck hunting is part eating and fellowship, right?
It's all about fellowship.
It really is.
And dogs.
And dogs, yes. And when you go with Frank, it's a lot about dogs, really, right? How many dogs have you had now?
Oh, have I had?
Yes.
Or do I have? I don't know. I've probably had, I think I've had 4. good dogs.
You have.
I've had 4 good dogs.
And right now, what's your dog situation now?
I have 1 good dog.
Yes. But
Right now.
how many dogs do you have?
Right now I have 3.
You have 3, but you got 1 good dog.
But 2 of them are my wife's.
They are.
They don't hunt.
They don't hunt.
Those dogs don't hunt.
Well, tell us about your dog you got.
Oh, Delta?
Yes.
If those of you that know me know that I'm kind of prone to chocolate dogs,
Yes.
chocolate labs. So
Yeah.
I've got Delta. She's a good dog. I've been really busy, so I haven't been able to campaign her as much as I normally do with the dog. But she does work at the master level. So
How old is she?
Delta's turned 5.
Turns 5.
And
Okay.
we hunt out there. Fortunate that the people that I hunt with are all dog people, so it's not most of the time we have 2 dogs with us. In fact,
Yes.
I think every day I've been hunting this year I've had 2 dogs, and sometimes we have 3. And those of you that know about duck hunting know that dogs can make it or they can ruin the hunt. And I'm fortunate that the people that I hunt with are all dog people, so when we go out there we have good dogs. And it's a lot of fun when you can go out and send a dog and make a retrieve, and while that dog's coming back, you can send the other one out there.
Yes.
And make a retrieve. And we've even had 3 at one time out there.
And
retrieving.
Delta loves it too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They that's.
Does she know when
that's
it's
what they
time
live
to
for.
go hunt?
This dog's a little bit different. No, she knows when we go out in the morning and it's dark and we go outside and load up in the truck. She knows what's fixing to happen. But she's she enjoys it.
She does. She's part of the family, isn't she?
Sleeps in the bed with me every night.
That's what I wanted to come in there, because this is, duck hunting is, and I've seen some great squirrel dogs, other things like that. I don't deer hunt with dogs and things like that, but waterfowl hunting and dogs, there's nothing like it. I know we've taken it to different levels with Frank with when he goes to the Master Nationals and there's 700 or whatever it might be. But to see now the sport itself, when you have the leaping dogs, and I think there's more dog videos on YouTube than any other thing. I just see every day I see some kind of video that's cute or funny or anything like that. And there was one now that just was posted of a lab with a little fella. And it's got over 1 million views. You just put a dog on there, and it's going to get, and put a kid in there with it. So, and I'm sure that you're a grandparent now. That the dog is familiar with your grandchild, right?
Delta has not actually met my grandson yet.
Really?
No,
Okay.
The circumstances hadn't.
Well, maybe it'll
allowed for
happen.
that.
Christmas.
But he's in a household where there's another lab there, so he's accustomed to it. But
Well, tell me about the duck hunting. Yeah, I know.
all right, duck hunting. It was.
We've had some rain this week now.
We've
had
was
some
good.
rain.
A little bit of rain that we had this week hasn't really made that much difference.
Mm-hmm.
I'll know when I go out when we finish the show.
Yeah.
And I go out and hit the blind here in about 45 minutes or
Yes.
so after the show's in, because I'm that close to it.
Yeah, that's what makes it so good.
We'll see about the rain that that we've had last night.
Yeah.
But the rain earlier in the week did not really change the conditions that I could see, nor from the people that check in with me routinely when they bring their stuff in for me to do service work on it. So right now we've got a situation that happens often, and that is we've got tired ducks.
They've
been in this area for a while. They've been hammered at by every place that has water.
Yes.
And we need. I'm ready for some new ducks to come in. We still haven't had a big push. We had an early push, right before the season started, when we had all that cold weather, and it moved ducks down that we don't.
Yeah, we kind of like tantalized us, teased us a little bit.
Yeah, it did. We didn't. That was good.
Yeah.
But we're ready. We need some more cold weather. I've been hunting in shirt sleeves most of this week, and that's not good.
No, you need that in water too.
Yeah.
And water, unless you pump. But I'm hearing great things up north. I've heard that before. or maybe some great things in the South.
Yeah, I wonder if the people in Louisiana talk about us like we talk about the
Yes,
people
they do.
like the people in Missouri.
I can tell you they do.
Okay.
Yes, and so in fact, next week, our after Christmas show, we're going to try, if Greg Ratliff can pull it off here, it will help us and everything. We're going to try to devote the entire show just about next week on reports from the lake, for anglers that might be out there, but primarily from waterfowl hunters and maybe some deer hunters out there, if we can hook them up to see what's going on from the field. And because that's always really fun when we can maybe find Frank out there and he's in the blind, and you can hear him calling the ducks and things along that. We hope. So that's going to be our after Christmas show next week, and you're going to find out a lot about this. I hope you go to the website and look at it. It is unbelievable. Go to LROutdoors.com. We may have it completely done today, but it is up and running. I don't know if Frank's had a chance to look at it. Right across the bottom of the page is Barton Power Sports and all the rest of them. It now fits any tablet. It now fits any kind of device that you might have where you can look at it, and wonderful pictures and things like that. We want your pictures for sure from your hunting experience sent to LR Outdoors. You can look at it there. There's a link there to find, put your pictures if you got you and your dog, whatever it might be. But, I tell you what, this is that time of the year. Before Christmas, I can't wait to see what everybody's going to get for Christmas. I know Frank's probably already got his gift, already purchased for his wife, and I'm sure the grandchild is probably going to get most of everything.
Well, seeing that sometimes she listens to the show, I think I'll just be silent on that.
Uh-oh, did you hear that? That's Silent Frank. That may be his new name. We think about getting Frank a theme song, but maybe we can just have silence when he comes on here and everything. So let's take our first break of the morning. Frank Barton is in the house on the Barton Power Sports in West Memphis and Jonesboro. This is Larry Ray on Outdoors with Larry Ray, ESPN 790.
You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Hello, everybody. I'm Buck Gardner, and what you just heard is our all-new Double Nasty 3 duck call, and it's made right here in Memphis, Tennessee. If you're a duck hunter, I got a great deal for you. Visit buckgardner.com and enter the promo code BUCK, B-U-C-K, at buckgardner.com. You can get one of these $25 duck calls delivered to your door for $7.95. Remember, buckgardner.com, promo code BUCK, B-U-C-K.
Power. Let that word sink in for a minute. You crave power. You need power. And at Barton Power Sports, we put all that power right in your hands. Barton Power Sports of Arkansas combines the power of 7 brands from 2 locations into one single company, whose sole mission is to make sure you have the ultimate power sports experience. Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki, Victory, and Argo. Each line standing on its own, but backed by the Barton Power Sports commitment to excellent service before, during, and after the sale. Barton Power Sports is open 6 days a week to accommodate your schedule. No hidden dog fees. What you see is what you get. Your deal, done your way. Now that's power. Barton Power Sports, with locations in Jonesboro and West Memphis. Go to bartonpowersports.com. The power of play.
Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, Barton Power Sports, and Buck Gardner Calls.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. And Greg Ratliff is our executive producer taking care of us. Frank Barton is our co-host, this being the third Saturday of the month. And we've been talking to Frank a lot about waterfowl and duck hunting and things along that line, and I threw in a little deer hunting and everything. Well, we're going to talk to you now about something that we don't talk a whole lot because it doesn't happen very many times, but it's going to happen at least. It's been proposed, and that's for the second time in 25 years. The TWRA is seeking to adjust the way hunting and fishing licensing fees are structured. And we've got our good friend Don King from the TWRA, the chief of the I&E division there, on us to try to explain this to us. And first of all, good morning, Don.
Good morning, Larry. How you doing this morning,
We're
Frank? Good to talk
morning.
with you guys.
Well, we're good. Good to have you, and everybody knows your voice and know that they just got through hearing you sing as you come into this segment every time. So on our theme song, but and I know Director Carter has emailed me a couple of times. He's up in Washington D.C., or he'd probably be on the way he does it. So
That's right.
He's
exactly.
passed the buck or the waterfowl or whatever you want to call it right now to Don. And Don, so walk us through this, because I know right now that we haven't had a license fee proposal since 2005. It's the smallest increase in the 25 years history. All the positive things. An increase is an increase. So tell us about this.
Well, before we dig into the nuts and bolts of it, let me just give you one more positive thing, is that pending approval and that the commission approves this and everything at our January meeting, it won't go into effect until July, the first part of July.
Okay.
So
all right.
By law, it can't go into effect any sooner than that. So the good news is that, by rights, it really won't affect sportsmen for about another 18 months before, the prices will go up for them if they just purchase early, buy it by the end of June, and you'll be good to go.
And I can tell you they will.
Yeah.
They will. So tell us, it's going to be structured different.
Yes, it is, and the idea is that for so many years, and I'll start off by saying that Tennessee is unique to a lot of states in that we don't get any state dollars per se, from the state sales tax or any other sources like that to help fund what we do. But yet we're still charged with managing all the wildlife in Tennessee. So we pretty much have to depend on the dollars from license sales to do the work that we do. And we've included some new things in the package that include folks that we consider to be high impact on our wildlife management areas and things like that. Horseback riders, mountain bikers, and people that do activities that could tend to lead to erosion or cause us to do extra effort in order to modify trails and those sorts of things to make sure that we maintain our property properly.
And I know, so we're talking to Don King of the TWRA, Chief of the I&E Division, about the proposed fee increases, license fee increases, and Don, I was looking at some of the facts and figures that Director Carter said. The TWRA employs 46 fewer people than they did 8 years ago. Of course, we know the insurance and benefits and things along that have gone up. We all know that things go up in price, other than maybe an ATV. I don't know about that. I'll have to ask Frank about that, But 8 years ago and things along that line, the only thing that I know has gone down is the gasoline. And I don't know what's going on there, but I like it. So,
and that's real recently.
Recently. So.
And then you think back about when I first went to a pump and realized that diesel was going to cost more than a gallon of gas.
Yeah.
I thought, wait a minute, what's wrong with this picture?
Well, so let's talk now, because I know one of the things jump out at me on these things, and I know that you're going to elimination of certain short-term non-resident, a new fee for professional hunting, fishing guides, a new senior citizen license option. That affects me, of course, and things like that. So tell our listeners, because we're trying to, because this is going to go to the commission. The commission's going to toss this thing around, if I'm not mistaken, at the January meeting.
Yes.
And so you guys have put this package together, and I'll never forget Alan Gebhardt way back. I'm really dating back from that first license increase back in the early 90s, what it created, and Alan was a great guy about doing this. So tell them, what does this mean?
This means, especially the senior license that you mentioned there, Larry.
Yes.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife, the feds really have changed the rules on how we are able to count that senior license now. You know, for we've had a very popular license, the one that you buy at the age of when you turn 65, that costs $10, and that pretty much does it. You know,
we've been counting that
go.
in our license purchases every year, even though someone hasn't purchased that, right?
That's right. Yeah, we were able to count that, you know, actuarially, as they say,
that's a good word.
Toward our federal dollars, which are really important, especially, you know, when you're talking about we are so dependent on the license dollars, not only what Tennesseans purchase, but also every purchase is counted toward our federal matching dollars. And in order to maximize those and to get as much money back into Tennessee from all the excise taxes and all that are collected from hunting and fishing equipment, marine fuel taxes and things like that, we really have to, you know, we've got a couple of people here at the office that really compute and make sure that we get our fair share back to Tennessee. And anyway, getting back to that senior license, the rules got changed on us, and so we've, you know, the folks have met here, and we've had a lot of discussions around the table about, you know, the best way to move forward. But that the new senior license, do you have that in front of you, Larry?
No,
okay.
I don't. No. All I've got is a press release. I don't know what the new senior citizen license options are.
Okay. That would be a purchase every year, but it's very, very inexpensive. I think it's, if memory serves me right, don't hold me to it, but I think it's like $5. But it is an annual license, and then that allows us to be able to count that license toward our federal dollars every year.
So you would buy this senior license at $5 every year? There would be no more $10 or $11 license for a lifetime.
That's right. You would buy that every year, or you can buy, when you turn 65, you could buy the a $50 one, which would be good for a lifetime. So basically from then on, for $50, you're good to go.
You're good to go after that. After you buy that, and that's what I'm looking at. Is the lifetime license, lifetime sportsman's license, is it going to change?
The lifetime sportsman license will be increased. The similar amount. I think it's like 22%.
Okay, so if I've already bought mine, am I grandfathered in?
Oh yeah, you're good to go.
So I don't have to pay anymore. But
no, that's right.
If someone buys something else, when I'm looking at these things, and I understand that, and that's probably where you're going to get your biggest howlers. You know, us old people, we howl. You know, and I know that they're going to get $5 more out of me. You know, so that means I can't have a double stack and value fries and a senior drink at Wendy's anymore. You know, that's how much it's going to cost me. So I know
that is a good point you've brought up, though. You know, the folks that are thinking about buying a lifetime license, you know, be sure and buy that before July 1, and you're still good at the normal at current prices. As well as if you buy your sportsman license this year in June, you're still good for this current year's prices.
I know I've talked to a lot of our guys in the field and everything like that. And, folks, let me just try to toss this. I know I walk a delicate line here because the TWRA is one of my show sponsors, but at the same time, I realize things go up. But listen to this. The agency has stocked more than 100 million fish in the Tennessee waters and now manages more than 250 public boat access points across the state. During that time, it also oversees 1.5 million acres of accessible land. It's planted more than 3 million trees and protected 42,000 acres of land. Listen to this, though. The price of food pellets, fish food pellets, are up 76% since 2004. Milo seeds up 150%. Farm diesel is up 58%. I could go on and on about this, and so this is not something that we didn't think was going to happen. It was just it was time, right?
No, it was just a matter of time, and it's the time has come to really do something to, and maybe in the long run, it would be great to come up with a long-term solution where, there is more of a funding source from some other source. I don't know exactly what that might be. There are a lot of folks talking about that could help supplement this so that, maybe at some point, prices could go down again.
You just never know. I mean,
but it's right now. It's really a necessity that we do this, and as you mentioned, it's the second increase in only the second increase in 25 years, and the smallest increase that we have done.
Well, Don, I know we're out of time here, but the commission meeting, they will meet in January. The Tennessee Fish and Wildlife Commission will meet in January. Is that in Nashville? Do you know a date on that?
No, you know what? We're meeting in West Tennessee,
That's what I thought.
City.
Union City,
and we're meeting at the new park.
Yeah, the Discovery America
Park, and it, as all our meetings are, it's open to the public. We invite people to come by.
They will, believe me not. They will come for this. I can tell you that for a fact. But anyway, Don, thank you, buddy, and Merry Christmas. And again, for those of you who don't know, Don recently lost his mom, and our prayers go out to you and your family, and particularly your dad during this
Larry.
time and everything. And one of my dear friends. And we will talk to you probably next year. We'll probably get back with you in January, okay?
Hey, sounds great, and hopefully we can get you out to the meeting.
Okay, I'm going to try. What's the dates on that? Do you know them in front of you?
I believe it's the 15th and 16th.
Okay, 15th and 16th, somewhere around there. But you can go to tnwildlife.org and find out all the information about this, right?
Yeah,
Don?
and a lot of the things we've been talking about, Larry, are on there. Kind of in there's some really good documents that really spell out a lot of these things. You can dig pretty deep there.
We're going to have that hooked up to OLR-Outdoors.com also. Don, thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Larry. Merry Christmas.
All right, let's take another break on Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790.
You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Hello, I'm Larry Ray, and for years you've heard me talk about my love affair with Gaston's White River Resort near Lakeview, Arkansas. It's a love affair that continues to grow into what I call memory makers, and there's no place I'd rather make an outdoor memory than at Gaston's. I've been a Gaston's regular for over 25 years, and one of my favorite times to visit this world-famous resort is in the fall. Fall offers some of the White River's best fishing opportunities. Whether it's for lunker rainbows or pole-bending browns, the White River has a worldwide reputation as one of the best trout streams to be found anywhere. Only Gaston's offers you more than 2 miles of river frontage. The breathtaking scenery along the White River is a photographer's and nature lover's dream come true. Gaston's enjoying the great outdoors does not mean roughing it. Its cottages are first-rate, comfortable, and spotlessly clean. Some even have large redwood decks plus wood-burning fireplaces. And of course, there's the resort's restaurant, famous for not only its food, but its location perched over the White River. So take my advice, make a memory. Go to Gastons.com or call them at 870-431-5202. Tell them Larry Ray sent you.
What kind of legacy will we leave when our days upon this earth are gone? Some of my fondest memories growing up were the times my dad took me hunting or fishing. Spending time with him outdoors was magic. I'm Don King for your Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, inviting you to enjoy a Tennessee outdoor adventure. Share the experience with someone you love. Whether your passion is hunting, fishing, boating, or wildlife viewing, our state has it all. Visit our website at tnwildlife.org or download our new app for your smartphone or tablet by searching TWRA on the go, and let the legacy of your outdoor adventure begin. Our legacy.
Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, Barton Power Sports, and Buck Gardner Calls.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, and on this December the 20th. And, you know, we've been talking about license fee increases for the state of Tennessee. So let's get on something more positive, right, Frank Barton?
More positive.
Yeah. Well, yeah. positive. Let's get something on positive talking right now. Christmas time. I can't think of a better place. If you're looking for a gift certificate, take somebody. Let's go to Lindsay's. Let's go to Little Red River. Let's don't talk about license-free increases and all these things. All right? Is that all right with you, Frank?
Let's go talk fishing for a
Let's
little
talk
bit. I'm
fishing
good
with the one and only Billy Lindsay. Good morning, Billy.
Hey guys, how we doing?
All right. I don't think they haven't changed the fee increases to come fish up there, have they?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, Christmas on the Little Red, that's a pretty special place, right?
It is a very special place. And, you mentioned gift certificates, Larry. And if
Yes.
somebody's looking for that perfect Christmas gift, not sure what to do, call us. We can help hook them up.
You can do that, and we're already hooked up with our new website look with OLR-Outdoors.com. It's got a beautiful picture of the Little Red River. It's got all the information about Lindsay's on there and the gift certificate. And you know what? I know people that like to fish on Christmas Day. You know, trout bite on Christmas Day? I didn't really know that till recently. They don't take a day off, do they, Billy?
No, they really don't take a day off, and they will bite on Christmas Day and any other of the 364 days besides that.
They do that. Are you guys open Christmas Day?
We will be. We're actually kind of in and out of the office on Christmas Day, trying to spend some time with family and what have you.
Yeah.
But we're here on the property. You betcha. We'll have people here.
They will have that. And, when you have a resort, and, Billy, I'm not going to age you right now, but when your dad and mom started that resort, they knew that this was not going to be an 8-to-5 job, right?
They knew that, and certainly I've grown up all my life understanding and knowing that.
Yeah, it's almost like being on call, right? So
it is. You are on call.
Well, tell us about fishing. I know this time of the year, December, what's the water situation, and what can we do in December and the 20th of December on the Little Red River?
Larry, mostly low water.
That's right.
We'll get a couple of days during the week when they'll run partial, maybe one unit for just 2 or 3 hours, just kind of move the water around a little bit, freshen it up. But it's been, right now, the fishing is great. Water conditions are perfect. Fly fishing's still really good. Brown trout are still active, so there's a lot going on the river right now.
And, Billy, before we let you go for this quick report, we're going to come up with a Billy Lindsay theme song. I've been criticized for not having you a theme song when the cha-cha comes in, so you got to let me know a song that you would like to have is your theme song, and you just email it to me, and Greg is going to work on it, so when we talk to you the next time, you'll have your own theme song. How about that?
Hey, tell him it's The River Just Knows. I think Rodney Atkins did that.
Here you go. Hear that, Greg? It's The River Just Knows. Okay, I'm writing it down here. The River Just Knows, and it's by Rodney Atkins. I know that song. That's a good one.
A great one.
That's a great one. That is now the Billy Lindsay theme song. Okay,
there you go, man.
The next time, buddy. Thank you. Tell all your family Merry Christmas for you. I really appreciate you guys over the years and everything.
Merry Christmas to all you guys as well, Larry, and we look forward to seeing you here on the river soon.
Okay, buddy. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Billy Lindsay, Lindsay's Resort. Go to Lindsay's. It's a great place on the Little Red River, and what a family. And there we'll have his theme song for him. And we're working on Frank's theme song.
I'll think about it.
We're going to think about it because I'm a big theme song person. And Greg, it says we only got about 18,000 songs here he can go through here and try to find it. But, of course, there's only one person that has a theme song here. I've got one, but there's only one other person in the whole deal that we have a theme song for. And so Billy always says he wants to go before that person because he doesn't want to come after this person because she has her own theme song. So he said it's hard act to follow. So now we have made him go first, and now here she comes into the room now. Listen to that. Does that not just brighten your day, that kind of music? Frank, would you sit down? I know you just said. Lynn's coming in the room. He's dancing. Oh, you ought to see this. Put it on camera.
Nope.
Let's pull the
Not
curtains.
happening.
Let's pull the curtains here. All right, you know who that is. That's the one, the only, the Christmas lady herself, Marty Marbury. Good morning, Marty.
Morning.
Put some cheer in our world, Marty. Billy wants his own theme song, so we're going to give him one. So he's, so.
Do you know what? I'm not going to be a hater. He can have his own theme song as well, but it won't be as fabulous as mine.
No, it won't be the Marty Cha-Cha-Cha. That's what it is.
That's right.
Hey,
good morning,
good
gentlemen.
morning.
How are you all?
Frank Barton is sitting in as he does on the third Saturday with us, spreading that good cheer. And Marty, I know that this is December the 20th. And I know you're going to say Christmas at Graceland and Christmas here and Christmas there. But we have some New Year's stuff go right on. I can't wait for
We're almost over Christmas.
I want the Lion King to get here in a hurry. I'm excited. I'm not a big play person, but I'm kind of wanting to go to that. So.
Well, Larry, the only thing is now you can't shoot any of the animals when they're in the Lion King.
No, I would not do that. No, not Matimba Bamba and all of them like that. So tell us what's happening.
It is going to be a fabulous show. Well, you know what? Talking about great shows, tonight,
yes.
December the 20th at 7 p.m., it is Christmas on Broadway at the Dixie Theater in Huntington. It's an evening of Broadway and holiday favorites.
Really? Okay.
There's going to be so many different people performing, I can't even tell you.
Right, Frank's writing it down. Okay.
It's worth it. December the 26th through the 27th, Surf Dreams, the holidays at the Orpheum. It is one of the best holiday shows around. You've got to go. There's over 300 costumes.
And
that's my kind of show.
Wow, a lot of costumes. Okay.
You betcha.
All
you
right.
betcha. And you know what, Larry, you've already mentioned.
Yeah.
Don't miss out on Zoo Lights, Graceland, all those fun things. But December the 29th,
Yes.
it really starts before that with the parades and everything. But the 29th is the 56th annual AutoZone Liberty Bowl.
Yep.
Come on out and join probably, I would say, over 60,000 of your closest friends will be there.
The Aggie Band will be there. I know the Mountaineers will be there. They'll all be parading around, and Marty will be doing her cha-cha-cha down
on the field.
On the field.
Look for me. Look for me.
I will, real close.
And then New Year's Eve, you know what? There's too many parties to
There
mention,
is,
but
yes.
New Year's Eve on Beale, the Peabody.
Yep.
Nashville does their New Year's Eve bash on Broadway.
Yep.
So just check out tnvacation.com. Heading into the new year, we always know what starts the new year off right.
Yes.
January 7th through 10th. In Memphis, it is Elvis' birthday celebration.
Thank you very much.
What I want to tell you all,
Yes.
be sure those last-minute holiday gifts, don't just run out and go to the mall or go to a big box. I love the mall. I love the big boxes. But think outside the box.
Yes.
Shop local. Go to Main Street. Go to your local museums.
Yeah.
Great gifts, great gift ideas. It'll make you a superstar this Christmas. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you, and happy holidays, and Happy New Year.
She is the one and only Marty Marbury, and we love you, girl. Have a great Christmas.
Love you guys.
All right, have a great Christmas. We'll see. There she goes. I wish you. How do you do that? I mean, I don't know how you do your body like that. Look at that. There she goes. Marty Marbury is out of the building. All right, Frank. You know that. Isn't that fun?
That sounds good. I have to now. I've got my juices flowing.
You got his juices flowing. If you could have seen him making the moves a while ago, I thought he only did that at the Grizzly games. So yeah, I mean, yeah, he was kind of hoarse earlier this week because of all that cheering for the Grizzlies and things like that. But so many things going on, and when you get both of those together. So how we doing? Are we ready to go? All right, we got 3 more minutes. I like this segment. Let's go back to Frank over there again because the special time of the year, your hours today being the 20th. I know you will be closed Christmas Day.
We'll be closed Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I stay at the store till noon on Christmas Eve for people that be picking up the presents that they're asking us to hold. So they, trying to keep them.
And the slingshot.
Secret to hide. I got a couple of slingshots.
Did y'all see that? Have you seen it on
right
Facebook or gone to their webpage or anything like that?
Yeah,
we're going to post that on LROutdoors.com because that slingshot is amazing.
Coolest vehicle out there. I tell people that we've had a couple people take deliveries of theirs that they've had on order for a while.
Yes, for a while.
And I said, y'all just the only thing negative about the slingshot is it takes longer to get gas. And they look at me funny, and I said, because you got to answer lots of questions.
You really do, don't you?
When you stop and get gas. I've driven one around Memphis the last couple of weeks, and people will be as they pass me by or I pass them, they've got their cameras, their phones held up to the window, and they're shooting videos and pictures of me.
Well, tell them quickly what the slingshot is.
The slingshot is a 3-wheel motorcycle that is in motorcycle and name only because it has a steering wheel and a 5-speed transmission. It looks very exotic. That's a good way of putting it.
You have a regular license for it?
You have to have a motorcycle.
License.
You have to have a motorcycle endorsement to operate it, and it's subject to helmet laws in the states. So in Tennessee, you have to wear a helmet. In Arkansas, you do not. And we'll probably work on the Tennessee laws and see if we can get that changed for this particular vehicle, because you sit in it. You don't straddle a seat. You sit in it, and it has a steering wheel, and your passenger can sit right next to you instead of behind you. And
it's pretty amazing.
Cool. Go to Barton Power Sports Facebook page,
yes,
or go to BartonPowersports.com,
and you'll be able to see it.
We have pictures of it. I have 2 on the floor right now.
2 on the floor right now.
Right now.
And you open up today at what time?
We open up at 8.
8 today. So, folks, on this the 20th, if you want to run over to West Memphis, real easy to jump over there and see this amazing slingshot. And of course, we know where Barton Power Sports is located. It's right across from
Southland Park Gaming and Racing, and everybody in this area calls it the dog track.
I do, that's for sure, and I make Frank say that every time he's here. All right, let's take another break on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and we'll be right back on ESPN 790.
You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Hello, everybody. I'm Buck Gardner, and what you just heard is our all-new Double Nasty 3 duck call, and it's made right here in Memphis, Tennessee. If you're a duck hunter, I got a great deal for you. Visit buckgardner.com and enter the promo code BUCK, B-U-C-K, at buckgardner.com. You can get one of these $25 duck calls delivered to your door for $7.95. Remember, buckgardner.com, promo code BUCK, B-U-C-K.
Power. Let that word sink in for a minute. You crave power. You need power. And at Barton Power Sports, we put all that power right in your hands. Barton Power Sports of Arkansas combines the power of 7 brands from 2 locations into one single company, whose sole mission is to make sure you have the ultimate power sports experience. Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki, Victory, and Argo. Each line standing on its own, but backed by the Barton Power Sports commitment to excellent service before, during, and after the sale. Barton Power Sports is open 6 days a week to accommodate your schedule. No hidden dog fees. What you see is what you get. Your deal, done your way. Now that's power. Barton Power Sports, with locations in Jonesboro and West Memphis. Go to BartonPowersports.com. The power of play.
Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, Barton Power Sports, and Buck Gardner Calls.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And it's always fun to talk to Billy Lindsay and Marty Marbury when we get that segment in there. And Frank Barton has joined in and actually made some moves when Marty started playing that music because she left the room here. We're going to get Frank a theme song. But, hey, one of my favorite events, I've been a long time friend of this group. I know I wasn't there for the first one, but not too many people were. But it's hard to believe 25 years for Wilderness Wildlife Week over at Pigeon Forge, one of my favorite places to go. And I know Frank is one of Frank's favorite places to go because he's got business connections over there. But not only that, I think Frank just likes to go like I do because it's evolved over the years, right, Frank? Since you
man, has it changed?
It has changed, and from the old days to the new days. And but Wilderness Wildlife Week, 25 years, coming up January the 24th and through the 31st. And our good friend Tom Atkinson, who has enabled me and my wife to make at least 3 trips over there, and we're trying to work it out. We want to go back for this 25th, and got Tom on with us to talk about Wilderness Wildlife Week. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Memphis.
Hey, yes, we're covering the Mid-South here, from here to there and everywhere. But tell our listeners about the Wilderness Wildlife Week, Tom. I know it's close to your heart.
It is a project from the city's tourism department that salutes initially Great Smoky Mountains National Park, our next-door neighbor.
Right.
And then it expands on that to talk about just seemingly a zillion other outdoor topics. It is 8 days of free fun and programming.
You just hit the magic word. Give that man a bonanza or a banana or something here. Free. It is free.
It is free.
And that startles people when
there
they hear
are more than 200 experts in various fields who come and present 1 and 2 and 3 hour programs about all manner of stuff. You could come and learn about bears in the national park, or trout fishing in the park, or hear a program about hiking the Appalachian Trail, or learn how to take better nature photos, or hey, here's a cool one. This year you can come meet Teddy Roosevelt and John Muir, or at least reasonable facsimiles.
There you go. All right, you do have impersonators, right?
Yes.
And they actually get dressed in those costumes, right?
And they have programs about their life's interests, of course.
Yeah.
One of the really neat things coming up for all of us to know across the country is that 2016 is the centennial of our National Park Service.
Really? Okay.
And since Great Smoky Mountains National Park is the most visited national park, that's one reason Wilderness Wildlife Week is so much fun. We always want to put the spotlight on that national treasure that is right next door to Pigeon Forge.
And that's why you have more than 60 hikes.
Yeah,
into the park.
Into the park. Some people think, well, golly, why would I want to go to an outdoorsy program in January?
Yes.
90% of what we do is indoors. It's structured programs inside our brand new and very, very pretty location called the LeConte Center.
Yes, it's easy to find. Look for the big wheel, right?
Yeah, it's at the other end of the parking lot.
Yes.
But if you do want to get outdoors, every day we have expert-led hikes into the national park. And to show you how free this project is, we organize the hikes. We have the hike leaders. We have a sweep at the end to make sure everybody comes back. And we provide the transportation from the LeConte Center to the trailhead.
It's amazing. I know in last year, folks, listen to this. And, of course, we're talking to Tom Atkinson about Wilderness Wildlife Week in Pigeon Forge coming up at the end of January. But listen to this. Last year, 550 hikers logged 2,588 miles. That's amazing, you know. And 27,800 people were a part of Wilderness Wildlife Week from 41 states. I don't know what happened to Hawaii, but Alaska was even there. So that just blows my mind, Tom.
It's a very cool project, and the important thing is that people who present all these programs do it because they love the mountains and they love what they do. They donate their time, and then people come and enjoy. I think one of the really cool things is for a traditional hunter and fisherman, outdoorsman,
yes,
to bring his family,
yeah,
and get the family excited about some aspect of the outdoors.
I mean, you got photographers, you got biologists, you got raptor rehabilitators, social historians, as you said, musicians, some of the best music programs, slide presentations from Ken Jenkins, who we can't go without. Someday I'm going to get him on this show. I've been trying for 25 years to get Ken on, and I think he's in the Smokies every time I try to find him or something like that. But
or around the world. Ken Jenkins
is amazing. That slide presentation and music program is unbelievable.
And for your listeners to know, he is a world-traveling nature photographer.
Yeah.
He's been published in National Geographic and Southern Living and every place else. But Ken had the idea of Wilderness Wildlife Week, and he came to the Pigeon Forge Tourism Department 26 years ago and said, let's start something. And the funniest story is that now 25 years ago, after they got it organized, they had a Saturday program.
One day
with 4 little sessions.
Yeah.
And they were so afraid that they wouldn't have anybody come, they offered free lunch.
And now look at
it. And with that half-day experience, they immediately said, we need to do more. And the second year of Wildlife Week was a full week.
And that's what we're looking at now. Now it's been named 10 times as the Southeastern Tourism Society Top 20 event. It's now part of Pigeon Forge's wonderful Winter Fest, which goes from November to February. And I know Frank has seen that and all the lights and everything like that.
Winterfest is just if you just go up there just for the light show.
Yes.
That's up there, of course, with the big wheel, and it's the wheel by itself is pretty cool. Just how they can do all the lighting on it and change it. Every time I go up there, I see a different light show from the wheel.
Well, that is at a location called the Island.
Yes.
And next to the wheel is a Bellagio-style lighted fountain that they've installed on another one of these $1 million additions. And you get especially at night, you get the fountains and the lights and the music. It's fun all the time. We're in the business of having a good time in Pigeon Forge, and Wildlife Week is one variation of that.
And it is that. And Tom, before we let you go, also we might notice on January the 31st, our good friend, the one and only Don Kirk. Thank goodness there's only one. That's
Wild man.
Yeah,
Don.
as I tell that, is the second Southern Trout Fly Fishing Fair. So
Yep.
I know the Mid-South here is the home of the Mid-South Fly Fishers, the largest single one-city organization I know for fly fishing, a great group of folks. So here it is, January the 31st. That's the trout.
Yep, and what it is Don has organized, I believe it's 9 programs for that Saturday, January the 31st, that we incorporate into Wildlife Week. And so if you want a trout education, that's the day to come, because from morning till night, you can just go from one program to the next, and you can come out just loaded with trout information.
Well, it's just amazing family event, folks, and it's FREE, my favorite word right there. And I know Outdoors with Larry Ray, we're going to try to get over there and do some interviews and set up some people that we're going to have on this show. I know between now and then, Don, we'll try to get Don on here with us to talk, and he has no trouble talking. But
Don has never been short for words.
No, we may have to cut him off a couple of times, and everything like that. But tell them where they can find information, Tom, about Wilderness Wildlife Week.
If you want to hop online, it's mypigeonforge.com/wilderness.
That's all you have to do, and you'll be set up, and we're going to have all this posted on LROutdoors.com and talk to Tom again sometime in early January. Tom, thank you, buddy. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and we appreciate all the work you do for this wonderful event, and we'll talk to you sometime after the holidays, okay?
That would be great, again, to remind folks. And in the meanwhile, just block out a couple of days from January 24th to 31st to come east and book your lodging.
And don't worry about the weather. I mean, I've been there three or four times. It's not a problem so far.
So far.
I'm knocking on wood right here. Okay.
I've been in Pigeon Forge for Wildlife Week when there has been a little bit of snow, and
it's part of the experience.
It's part of the experience, but I promise you, we have one of the best road departments in the world.
Yeah, you'll see Tom out there with a shovel.
I'm out there with a shovel, but it really works. We're actually at a low elevation, so we can have beautiful snow in the mountains and be clear down in the valley.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you again. Merry Christmas. Talk to you later. All right.
Bye.
All right, Tom Atkinson, Wilderness Wildlife Week pitch for us. Take a break. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Frank Barton in studio. Greg Ratliff, our executive producer. We'll be right back on ESPN 790.
You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Hello, I'm Larry Ray, and for years you've heard me talk about my love affair with Gaston's White River Resort near Lakeview, Arkansas. It's a love affair that continues to grow into what I call memory makers, and there's no place I'd rather make an outdoor memory than at Gaston's. I've been a Gaston's regular for over 25 years, and one of my favorite times to visit this world-famous resort is in the fall. Fall offers some of the White River's best fishing opportunities. Whether it's for lunker rainbows or pole-bending browns, the White River has a worldwide reputation as one of the best trout streams to be found anywhere. Only Gaston's offers you more than 2 miles of river frontage. The breathtaking scenery along the White River is a photographer's and nature lover's dream come true. Gaston's enjoying the great outdoors does not mean roughing it. Its cottages are first-rate, comfortable, and spotlessly clean. Some even have large redwood decks plus wood-burning fireplaces. And of course, there's the resort's restaurant, famous for not only its food, but its location perched over the White River. So take my advice, make a memory. Go to Gastons.com or call them at 870-431-5202. Tell them Larry Ray sent you.
What kind of legacy will we leave when our days upon this earth are gone? Some of my fondest memories growing up were the times my dad took me hunting or fishing. Spending time with him outdoors was magic. I'm Don King for your Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, inviting you to enjoy a Tennessee outdoor adventure. Share the experience with someone you love. Whether your passion is hunting, fishing, boating, or wildlife viewing, our state has it all. Visit our website at tnwildlife.org or download our new app for your smartphone or tablet by searching TWRA on the go, and let the legacy of your outdoor adventure begin. Our legacy.
WMC Memphis, WMFS HD2 Bartlett Memphis. Go local on 92.9 FM ESPN. Go national on ESPN 790 AM.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me. Where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time. Take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, Barton Power Sports, and Buck Gardner Calls. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 as we roll into our 14th year on the air here in Memphis, Tennessee. Frank Barton from the Barton Power Sports in West Memphis and Jonesboro, as he usually is on the third Saturday of the month, is our co-host. And Frank, I know that in all the years we've had a lot of folks on this, and I don't know if we've ever had anyone actually ice fishing while they're on the show.
I'm confident it hasn't been on since I've been doing
I don't think it has, but we do stretch this thing all over America, that's for sure. But we're really happy to welcome with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and that is Joel Nelson from up Wisconsin way. We're going to talk a lot about the new ultralight rip and wrap from our good friends at Rapala. As some people say, I call it Rapala. And you can call it whatever you want as long as you buy it. And that's what they talk about. And Joel Nelson is with us. And Joel, this morning, welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And tell our listeners where you are this morning.
Well, Larry, I'm just off of a point. I'm actually walked on ice, and I'm sitting in a fish house here, waiting for some bluegills to bite.
Amazing. So the temperature today, what is it?
We had about 8 degrees when we came out here this morning. It's warmed up to a balmy 15. We've got some sunshine, and it's really not all that bad out here.
Okay, so our son, you do this.
Well, ice fishing, if you live in Minnesota, Wisconsin, anywhere in the ice belt, your fishing season's pretty darn short if you don't get out onto some hard water. So ever since I was a kid, it's been something I've done where we get out, drill some holes in the ice, get out fishing, and it's a great time. The gear nowadays is great, and you can get out, stay warm, have a good time, and catch fish all throughout the winter, not just in the summertime.
Okay, Frank looked at me for stupid, like I asked you, why do you do this? Well,
how else are you going to fish in Minnesota or Wisconsin?
Yeah, but he could stay home today, or he could go kill a bear, or something.
I could go hunting, I could go to work, I could do a whole bunch of things, but being on the ice, it's part of what you do. It'd feel weird if I didn't do it.
Well, we're going to send Frank up there on one of his motorcycles to come up there and see you, because you said you walked on the ice and you're on a public water, right?
Yep.
And you have to get to these certain spots before someone else gets there, so you know exactly where you are going to go because you think their fish are there.
Absolutely, we're on some fish cribs, and these cribs were put out by a local lake association, and there's hundreds of them throughout the lake. They're well known, they're mapped out, and some of the best spots are there's competition for them. So that's what we're out. We were out about 6 o'clock this morning, getting ready and making sure in pitch black that we'd have all our gear ready and get on the right spot.
Well, we're talking to Joel Nelson, and primarily Joel is a contributor and pro staff director for In-Depth Outdoors, and now Ice Force Pro Staff. We're going to talk a little bit about his In-Depth Outdoors TV, too, because I've been hooked on it once I learned a little bit about Joel, but also Joel is a person who is very familiar with Rapala's lures and things along that line, particularly the ultralight rip and wrap. So, Joel, tell us a little bit about that lure. Joel, you still there? Well, we were. I guess he got froze out.
He got a bite.
He got a bite, and he left the house.
He dropped the phone on the ice.
Let's see if we can hook back
fish
up to Joel. Maybe I made him mad by asking him why he does this.
I hope he didn't drop it down the hole.
Yeah, I didn't either. Well, he's inside.
He's inside, but they drilled the holes inside the house.
I know it. He's sitting in there staying warm out there because he don't just sit out there with a bucket in the middle of 8 degrees. Did he say it was 8 or did he say it was 15? I can't remember exactly.
8.
I know, but you're already checking on your phone reservations on how you can get up there, right?
I've got a friend that ice fishes up there. I've talked to him about it. That's the reason why I kind of asked some setup questions.
Okay.
Well, we got him.
We lost Joel. We got froze out right there, I think. We thought you might have got a bite, Joel. So.
The ice actually cracked, and I had to go.
Oh my goodness! Okay,
no, I'm just kidding.
Don't do that. Well, tell us. I asked you about the ultralight rip and wrap. Tell us about that lure.
It's a brand new lure. We actually got a chance to fish it last year, both through the ice and open water.
Uh-huh.
And the amazing part that I feel this lure is really well lent to is that it's such a multi-species bait. We've caught perch with it, big crappie. Bluegills sometimes even get hooked up in this thing. And then obviously you've got a lot of our other freshwater fish species like walleyes and so on and so forth. And when fish need something just a little bit downsized, yet you